This week, China devalued its yuan, a decision that could have a profound impact on U.S.-China relations and American companies that export to China. China's rising middle class has been a big source of revenue growth for many American firms. I'm Shannon Van Sant, and I'm here with Jeff Williamson, Director of California State Trade and Export Promotion. Jeff, Chinese demand for California food products has risen 50% over the last 5 years. What are people buying, and what impact has China had on the industry?
Tree nuts are a big export from California to China. Dairy products, very strong. Also a number of meat products as well. So we've seen really about 10 years of double-digit growth, I would say about 10% year-over-year growth for the whole period of about 10 years. But last year we had a little bit of a dip, and so right now we're kind of making adjustments, I think.
And what was the cause of that dip in sales, and also what impact do you think the devaluation of China's currency will have on sales?
You know, we have really sort of three major impacts that are going on, or that went on in the past year. One of them is a little bit of the softening of the Chinese consumer. The other one has been the port slowdown. The port slowdown actually had an effect on some of the agricultural products. And then again, the strengthening of the U.S. Currency. That had sort of an indirect impact on China because our European competitors were much more price competitive. So we really saw that impact wine shipments and nut shipments and other things as well. Those have been the major impacts.
And this week's currency decision, how will it impact the industry more broadly, as well as short and long-term strategy for California food exports to China?
Okay, yes, very good question. The short term, it depends on how much the currency adjusts. A 4% adjustment, or where it stands right now, that could probably be absorbed by a number of products and not really see a measurable change in price. But there's a perception that it's going to be more expensive. So we're going to see a lot of the traders, the wholesalers, demand, more price concession to sort of hedge their risk moving forward on the products. So it's going to be a lot more perception than actual impact initially. But over the long run, what we see is when the companies that are really export focused, they tend to adjust their strategies to look for ways to globalize their operations more, particularly in manufactured food manufactured items. They can reallocate where they're doing the production and sort of redesign their value chains. And I think that's what's more likely going to happen over the long run. But since China's a net importer of food, we see good long-term growth for California food exports.
Great. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.